Hi, this is Phyllis Pieri coming to you from Las Vegas. Charlie Graves, who is the CEO of Athletic Republic, is here with me today, and we've captured a room so we can have some quiet time. But Charlie, I wanted to ask you a few questions because one of the things that I love about what I do is meeting people like you. And the first thing I would like to know is, how did you know that franchising would be right for you?
I actually didn't. I bought Athletic Republic in 2007, and it had just become a franchise because the FCC regulated it. It had been a licensing business and providing too much support to their licensees, and we got regulated and had to become a franchise. So it wasn't even a choice. And the reason we ended up buying the business because the owners didn't know how to go about making that transition and wanted to exit. And my wife and I and a partner stepped in and bought the company, and now we've been franchising for the last 12 years.
Isn't it interesting the path that we go on?
Amazing.
So what are you most proud of with Athletic Republic so far?
I think the impact that we make on youth athletes. We are a performance brand. Speed, power, agility, those are the things that, as an athlete, that we train. Those fundamental skills of making you better. And then the functional skills that help you be better on the field of play. But that's not really what I'm proud of. I think it's the confidence that we give young athletes. When you do your homework or you do preparation for something, you're better prepared, you're better ready to be able to compete, you're better ready to perform. And I think that confidence that you get from preparation helps that athlete stand a little straighter, ready to take a little bit more risk, face challenges they wouldn't normally take on. And I see it every day in our centers, those athletes exuding that level of confidence that they can now step into the arena and be their best.
That's right. And I know with kids, everything is about the kids being better, and it's so competitive out there. So what a great service that you offer people. So what would you say is your favorite success story?
As a franchisee, it was 5 years in the making, 10 miles east of Washington, D.C. Capitol in District Heights, Maryland. 3 guys came to us about 5 years ago with an idea that they wanted to transform a really tough neighborhood. Really tough. There are no other franchises in District Heights. And we put a training center in there last April. It's now a Sportsplex, 120,000 square feet, and it's become a community center that all the youth in the community are there training, off the streets, getting a leg up, using sport as a vehicle for personal growth and development, finding their way into college they maybe never had a chance for before, and really reprioritizing their lives. And those 3 guys have done a masterful job, along with our help, to transform their community and through sport, through Athletic Republic, to make a real difference. I'm really proud of them.
So I know that you've awarded a lot of have helped kids get a lot of scholarships. Tell our audience how many.
Over the last 5 years, we've awarded $315 million, not us, but the university awarded $315 million to the athletes that we've trained.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing if you think about it. Wow,
but it's not even the scholarships that matter. Because the athletes are playing better, they're getting opportunities to play at schools they never even considered, or to walk-ons. Because they're an athlete playing maybe a minor sport with a school that maybe doesn't have a big recruiting budget, now they have an opportunity to walk into a program that coach is helping them get into a school they would never have dreamed of.
Unbelievable.
And it's really great.
Yeah, so if you're somebody who loves helping people and making a difference in your community, Athletic Republic is a great franchise for you to consider.
I think that's a really good point. If I look at those attributes of what I really look for in one of those operators, you hit it. You know, somebody that wants to make a difference, but also somebody that's a connector, somebody that can bring people together. Our groundwork in the local level is not about marketing. You don't see Athletic Republic advertising anywhere because we know where the athletes are. They're on the courts, the pool decks, the diamonds, the tracks, the fields around town, and so it's about building relationships. The second thing is because we're dealing with a family's most valuable asset, their children. That they have to have a high level of integrity. So if there is someone out there that's got a high level of integrity, are great at building connections, are good relationship builders, we really want, and they have a passion for sports and helping youth in their community, we absolutely want to talk to them.
Oh, that's fantastic. I had the pleasure of going to Park City, Utah, and meeting Charlie and seeing his facility. And I actually have a little video that I took of one of his students. And so Charlie, I want you to explain to my audience, Tell me about because I went on this treadmill, the treadmill that you go backwards on. And what is the purpose of that?
We manufacture a lot of the equipment that goes into our training centers. So again, how do we get the right neurological responses to stimuli that we apply? It's no different than how a doctor works or anybody else. There's a practice to this. It's an evidence-based approach to helping an athlete get faster. You can teach speed, and we do. We make everybody faster. We can make them more powerful, more agile. And one of the techniques is going uphill backwards. It's called backpedal or retrograde training, and it's training neurologically a movement that you're not very comfortable with. But fundamentally, what it does is it isolates at the lower elevations your quadriceps, and at the higher elevations your hamstrings. So we're building strength at a level that you can't do otherwise. It's just one of the many tools that we have that we utilize in our facilities, which are really performance labs more than they are gyms.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so happy that we're here.
Me too.
Let's see. What would you say is the best advice for new owners that are just getting started?
I work with a broker, number one. Utilize the resources of a franchise consultant because they're going to help shortcut all the questions, provide the education, especially if somebody hasn't spent any time in franchising, getting the resources of their expertise to understand how to navigate the process. The great news about buying into a franchise is that you get the benefit of all the expertise of a franchisor. Here you have at no cost, the benefit of having the expertise of a franchise consultant that can work with you. So that'd be number one. Okay. 2, do your homework. You have to have a right fit. You have to love what you want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell people they got to find a business where you can play where you work.
That's right.
Sounds silly, right? But I love that.
But you think about a lot of the people that you're dealing with are in a career change or adding a career. How many times in your life do you actually get to choose what you want to do?
That's right.
Usually in most professional careers, you're getting picked up by a headhunter or a job opportunity, your employment comes up and now you take it. This is one of those proactive decisions that you need counseling on to help you make good decisions because you're going to make your choice for what you want to do.
Yep.
And you want to make sure it's the right one because you're committing time, treasure, and talent this for a long time.
So before this started, I was asking Charlie about women in his business, and I was actually very surprised at how well executive women do. So please, Charlie, share why you find women executives such a good fit for your business.
Yeah, I love it to have women that have an athletic background, just socially or recreationally, or as a college athlete, have a degree in school. Maybe they worked for a while, or maybe they still are, and they're looking for independence to own their own business. Why do they work so well? Women, the same reasons I mentioned a moment ago. They're great at building relationships, some multitaskers. They have high level of integrity, and they understand outcomes because they're committed to their community and want to get better. We love it having female athletes and female operators in our business. We haven't run the numbers yet, but it's trending today that I think by the end of 2018, we'll see about a 50-50 split between the athletes that we train as female, youth athletes, female versus male. Up until recently, it had been more dominant male, but we're seeing the major shift happen where we're having more female athletes training with us, youth and teen athletes.
That's fantastic.
That's great.
That's great. There's something else that you said about women, that young girls, that I would like you to share. I don't want to take us on too long, we're already at 9 minutes, but what about women, young girls are more apt to injure something? You mentioned that at the Discovery Day, and I want you to share that for the parents out there.
I think there's 2 issues for young women training. One is, where are they going to go? They can't go into the high school weight room. It's stinky and there's boys there. And they can't go to the health club. Parents aren't going to let their daughters go to a health club. So where do they go? They have to train with their team, or they come to Athletic Republic. The second issue is that young girls, 12 to 16 years old, are 6 to 8 times more likely to have an ACL injury than a boy playing the same sport. The American Pediatric Society has done research on training like Athletic Republic's stability program, where we can prevent that ACL injury 72% of the time. 72%. That means it's almost amazing. A preventable injury, and there isn't being talked enough about. The coaches aren't providing the training, the schools aren't providing the training, but we can, and we actually make it available online at no cost because For 5 minutes a day, a young woman could do a few of these exercises, require no special equipment to strengthen their stability and strength so that they are less likely to have an ACL injury. We're a great solution for young women that are trying to get into sport or play sports longer because we want to keep girls in the game.
That's fantastic. Charlie, it's been a pleasure.
Always, Phyllis. Thank you so much for
This has
having
been
me.
so great. Phyllis Pieri, your franchise coach, with one of my very favorite franchisors, and you know me, I love franchising, and I'm very happy that we're here.
Thank you for having me. You can learn more about Athletic
Yes,
Republic
please.
at athleticrepublic.com.
Thank you.
welcome.
Appreciate it.